My name is Robert Tanner. I'm a chaplain with the City of Fresno, California Police Department. I am also an associate pastor of a local church, and I have 4 kids. 2 were recently married this past year, and I have a background in law enforcement out of Allen, Texas, which is a suburb of Dallas. I served there for almost a decade as both patrol officer, field training officer. I was on the crisis response team, or what we would call a tactical team today as well. This past year, I became ordained with my local church, and at the same time, I had a friendship going with the chaplain, Rodney Lowry, with the City of Fresno Police Department, and he asked me to consider coming onto the chaplaincy specifically with a focus, not just with the community, as all the chaplains have, but because of my uniqueness in the background as a police officer, to come in and focus on the officers and their families themselves. Well, Fresno is, through the leadership of Rodney Lowry, has developed an attitude of that we need to make certain that the chaplaincy stays relevant for the future. So besides just delivering bad news to people, let's live good news to them. Fresno is uniquely situated. We are in a great community here with our community leaders. We have a police chief, we have a city mayor, and a city manager who are very supportive of the chaplaincy, and they see how the chaplaincy can reach into areas of the community that officers can't. We've had little to no follow-up from the police officers to the homes where the chaplaincy has been able to respond. So it's been a great ministry. We actually have an RV that we have converted and retrofitted that we can take out to any kind of a crisis scene, whether it's a fatality accident or a homicide scene or an officer-involved shooting, to minister to the families of victims or even the officers themselves. This RV has a restroom in it. It's got televisions in it, it's air conditioned, it's even got a grill mounted to the back so we can feed people and provide, besides just snacks and water and refreshment, we can minister to people versus having them sit out on a curb, which has been the tradition in the past. Another example where the chaplaincy has really been able to minister to the community was this last November, in which we had a workplace shooting where a disgruntled employee went into work and shot and killed a couple of co-workers and seriously injured some others. There were over 70 employee witnesses to this situation, so it was quite a large crime scene. We actually rolled the nest out there along with several other chaplains. We were able to bring these employees out, we were able to feed them, we were able to spend time with them in whatever manner that was needed, whether it was prayer or again with feeding or just spending some time letting them process out loud. The great part about that situation was when all was said and done, detectives actually contacted the chief of police and told him in all the years that they have done this sort of work, one of the things that they found was because of the chaplaincy, they were able to get some of the best witness statements and most cohesive witness statements they've ever gotten in all their years. The uniqueness of the position that I'm in is that the Fresno Police Chaplaincy is a nonprofit organization, which means we don't receive any money from the police department for support of chaplains. So my position is just like that of a missionary, where I need to raise my own support to cover my own bills, to cover even health insurance for myself and my family. What I'm looking for is people who have the same vision for the police department, for the city and the community, and are willing to be able to invest their time and their resources to partnership with me so I can bring this ministry along with Rod Lowry and the other 26 chaplains that we have into this community and be able to hopefully share a little bit of the gospel in the kingdom of God.